Okay, all the people who are there in the meeting, you are able to see the PPT?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, just for your information, I've started the recording, and we had left halfway. I mean, we had not completed the topic vortex. So I will continue with that. Of course, we have finished with what is vortex, but today we will see how to calculate the latitude of the vortex. Okay. Anytime you have anything, if you have any doubts, please speak up, or you can put it in the chat. I can see the chat. So, you can tell me also in case you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. Now, has everybody understood the concept of vortex? Like, what is vortex? Just say yes or no in the chat. Or, okay, just write yes or no in the chat that everybody is clear what is a vortex. Okay, so I assume that nobody has said no, so I will assume that everybody understands what the vortex is. Okay, then I'll just go through it quickly. Each great circle has two vortex, and okay, now what is the importance of vortex, or why we need to find out? So these are the two reasons, like why we are trying to calculate the vortex. One is that, by knowing the latitude, we know how our course will be, or where we are passing the highest point, okay, highest latitude. And if the latitude is very high, there are other problems like fog, extreme cold, and bad weather, which are associated with very high latitudes. And you will study in the later in the third year, like what are the problems with the this very high latitudes, that your decklines get frozen. That means water lines and all those get frozen. The morale of the crew becomes low because of that very cold temperature. So that is the reason we sometimes avoid going on to the higher latitudes. And this is the reason we also want to know, like, what is the vortex, so that what will be the maximum latitude during the course of our voyage. And also, only after calculating the vortex, we are able to easily calculate the intermediate positions. That means if we are on a great circle route from A to B, so in between for any longitude, what will be the latitude? That means to calculate those coordinates, it helps us. Okay, so that is the reason that we are calculating the vortex. Now, before proceeding to calculate the position, essential to know whether the vortex lies to the east of the starting point A or to the west of it, or where exactly it is. And probably if you draw the curve, or by drawing the curve you may not realize, because you may be drawing the wrong curve. But if you know what is your initial course and what is your final course, then you can find out easily that where is the vortex. Like for an example, I will tell you, if your initial course is 030 and your final course is 070, that means you have still not reached the vortex. because at the vertex, that means you're still climbing up. You're still on a northerly course, because 030 also is northerly, and 070 still it has some north component. Okay, but if your initial course is 030 and your final course is, let's say, 130 or 150 or something, then we know that you have already passed the vertex and then going southwards. Similarly, if you start on a westerly course, that means, let's say your initial course is 315, or initial course is, let's say, 330, and final course is 290. That means you are still on a northerly course. You're still going more north, so the vertex is still to come. Okay, and is this concept clear, like how to calculate, how to know that whether you have already crossed the vertex or you have still to cross the vertex? Is that concept clear by what I just explained by giving the numbers of the course? Just say yes or no in the chat. Okay, some people are saying yes. Yes, 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 yes. I only got 3 answers. What about the rest of the people? Okay, is there anybody who has still not understood, like how to know whether the we have already crossed the vertex, or I mean, where the vertex exactly it will be, whether it will be between your initial and final destination, or it will be outside that area, outside the course. Okay, so if somebody has not understood, I will just wait for maybe 10-15 seconds. If somebody who has not understood, please write no in the chat box. Okay, so then I can explain to the class, or maybe that person can contact me later on, so that I'll explain him how we can find out that where the vertex lies, whether it is lies within that our between initial position and final position, or it lies outside that course. Okay, because drawing just by drawing the diagram we will not know. Navigation one, no sir. Who is that navigation? But I don't know the name. 1H. Who is that 1H? Yes, speak please. Who is that 1H?
Sir, 1537.
What's the name?
Minhal Haider.
Huh?
Minhal Haider.
Sayyid Minal Haider. Huh?
Yes. Yes, sir.
But how come your name was showing? Okay. See, at what text, what is our course? Normally, what will be the course when the vessel is at vertex? What will be the course of the vessel?
Sir, I can't understand.
No, you cannot understand. You cannot hear me properly, or you don't know what I'm asking.
So, voice is breaking, sir.
If my voice is breaking, then I think there is some problem at your end, because I think all of the other people can hear me properly. All of you, can you hear me properly?
Sir.
Yes, okay, sir. Are you on
Yes,
your
sir.
mobile
Yes,
phone? Just try to go near to the window or something.
Okay, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
So
Now
that
you can.
okay. So what I'm asking you is, when we are at the vertex, what is the course of the vessel? At what course she will be? What will be her course when the vessel is at vertex?
Sir, don't know.
That means you have not understood the vertex.
No, sir.
No, what you are saying, that you have not understood what is the vertex?
No, sir.
But I asked everybody twice, man, in the last lecture also, in this lecture also. That time you didn't say. Okay. Anyway, see, I don't have a chalk and a board now, and it'll be difficult also to start again. See, let's say if you're going from point A to point B,
Yes,
you
sir.
know, somewhere along that latitude, when we draw a curve, you will see that at some place you are at the maximum latitude during that course, isn't it? Clear up to now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So on that great circle track, at some point, it is at the point where you are at the maximum latitude, and that is what is called the vertex.
Yes.
And now, at the vertex, your course will always be either 090 or 270.
Okay, sir.
Okay, at the vertex. But
Yes.
the vertex can be either within your, that course, that is from your starting point to the end point, or the vertex could even lie outside this course.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this we can know by, just looking at the initial course and final course. And that is what I explained. Because at the vertex, your course will be 090. But let's say if your initial course is 030 and your final course is 070, that means you are still more climbing up more north. That means you
Okay.
still not reach the vertex.
Yes.
Same way if you are on a southerly course, let's say if your initial course is, uh, you know, uh, southwest or southeast, and you still have more south southerly to go, that means you're still not reached the vertex. Okay. So
Okay,
that is
sir.
why the reason I asked, like, what will be the course. So is that clear to everybody now, or is there anybody else who has still not understood what the vertex is and what our courses will be and how we can make out, okay, where the vertex will lie? Okay. Just quickly, if somebody has not understood, just write no in the chat. Okay. Quickly, so that I can proceed. Or if everybody has understood, then it's okay. Otherwise, just quickly write down in the chat, like, okay, I have not understood. Okay, so okay. So I assume, like, whosoever is in the meeting, they have all understood. And by the way, I'm seeing only 22 people present here. Why? Because all of you should be attending the classes. Otherwise, all of you will have to again attend the same lectures again when the college opens. And I don't want to take the lectures again and again and again. Okay. Of course, it will be boring for you also and boring for me also. So please attend all the lectures. Tell all of your friends. Okay. Okay. So I'm proceeding ahead. You are able to see the PPT, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if the initial and final courses are in different quadrants, the vertex lies between A and B. Different quadrant means obviously, one is in the northeast and the other is in the southeast. So we know that we have already crossed the vertex. So as I explained that, now you should be able to understand. Now, this is one of the examples that we are going to solve, or I mean, of course, you will be solving. I will just show you, take you across this. Now, this is from the Captain Subramanian's book. If you don't have it, you can note it down, take a snapshot of whatever you want to do. Note down in your book this positions that we have to go from position A, which is 24 north and 074 degrees, 15 minutes west, to 46 north and 53 degrees, 45 minutes west. Okay. Calculate the position of the vertex. Okay. Now, this part we have already done, like how to calculate the initial course and final course. So what I will suggest is, I think was this question we did? No, we did some other question. Okay. So for this question, I want to see the answers in your, on some sheets. So calculate the initial course and final course and let me know. And now see, this will be the diagram, something like this. Of course, initially when you make, you will not make like this. It's only if you are able to calculate the course, then you will make a diagram like this. Okay. If you had not calculated initial course and final course, maybe you will not be able to make a diagram like this. Okay. So once we have calculated the initial course and final course, now what we have to do is, now in this case you see that which angle is which angle is 90 degrees.
Vertex.
Yeah, just give me the name of that angle, no?
V. PVB.
PVA.
Good. Angle B is 90 degrees. Now, so how we make that Napier's diagram is like this. Angle B is 90 degrees. So we keep this on the top. Okay. Angle B we will write here angle B is equal to 90 degrees. Okay. Now these two, we will put the name of the sides which are containing the angle B. Okay. So which are the sides which are containing angle B? Just write down your answers. Or you make a diagram. Okay, I'm giving you this picture. Now take a piece of paper, and as I told you before, next time whenever you are there in the navigation class, take your scientific calculator and a paper and the pen. Okay, you make a same diagram. The only thing is, don't make these text boxes, and you put the names there yourself. Okay, so you write down the site in here. You write the names of the sites. Okay, I will give you one example. Like, we can write here. One side will be PV. Okay, if this angle is V, one side will be PV. What will be the other side? You write here. And in this box, you have to write the angle which is opposite this side, diagonally opposite to this side. So whichever side you mention here, then that side you have to write the angle here. Okay, and the side which is opposite to angle 90 degrees, you have to write here. Okay, I hope, is this clear, like how to make a Napier's diagram? Just say yes or no quickly in the chat, or if somebody has not understood, tell me no. I've got one yes, Vishal Singh. What about the other ones? Okay, if everybody says they've understood, so please make this Napier circle diagram in your notebook and just fill up this data. Like, once here write one side containing angle V, here the other side containing angle V, then this 90 degree minus angle opposite to this side, 90 degree minus angle opposite to this side, and then just fill up this data. I'm giving you 2-3 minutes, then we'll proceed. Okay. Just tell me when you're ready. Write down in the chat, yes, sir, finished. Okay. I'm giving you 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, this should. Okay, has everybody finished? 2 minutes are over, man. Okay, Ritik says yes. What about the other people? Only one yes I've got so far. Vishal Singh also yes. Yeah. Just quickly. Okay, so I guess everybody has finished mostly. Okay. Now, okay. Now let's go to the next slide. You see, now you're able to see the slide now where I have this Napier circle diagram. Yeah, somebody just say.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So in this one, see, now you can compare what you have made with this diagram. Because see here, if we write angle V, VA and PV, they are the two sides which are containing the 90-degree angle. And if we write VA here, now this angle will be 90 minus P, because this VA is this, and opposite to this is the angle P. So here we will write 90 minus P, and since we have written PV here, so this angle, this here will be 90 minus angle A. Okay, because PV we have written here, and opposite to angle V is the side PA. So here we will write 90 minus PA. So I hope just check your, whatever you have made, this Napier's diagram, and just see that everything is okay, whatever you have made. Okay. So if somebody has made a mistake, just let me know so that, I will understand like why you made a mistake. Or if you have a doubt, you can ask me like, sir, this is a problem, or if you are not understanding something. Okay. Just compare your Napier diagram, whatever you have made, to this. Okay. Everybody got correct or no? I trust you. If you say no, I will understand. जिसने भी जो बनाया था डायग्राम सबका सही था? Just write yes or no. Did everybody get the correct this Napier diagram? I want an answer, man, quickly. Yes or no? Okay. Yeah, I don't see any no, so I assume that everybody has understood how to make this Napier's diagram. Okay. Okay, let's proceed further. Now that you know how to make the Napier's diagram, okay, one more thing I will tell you here, because in the formulas, maybe it is written. If you see, if we make a mirror image of this PVA, we can have PVB also, no? Okay, and then accordingly we can fill up this diagram. If we take the other side of the great circle into account, then we can make another triangle, and then this angle will be, you can see my cursor, then this angle will be the 90-degree, and accordingly we can name it differently. Okay, now there are two formulas, just remember them. You can write it down in your notebooks, in your navigation notebook. Sine of middle part is equal to cos of opposite parts. Okay, there are, just write sine of middle part is equal to cos of opposite parts. Okay, then the second formula is sine of middle part, which is here actually. Sine of middle part is equal to tan of adjacent parts. Okay, so just write down the formula in the chat. Sine of mid part is equal to, write down both the formulas, both of you. I mean, all of you, just write both the formulas in the chat. What are the formulas did I give you just now? Write down in the chat what formula did I tell you just now. One formula is sine of mid part is equal to cos of opposite parts, or sine of mid part is equal to tan of adjacent parts. Write down both these formulas in the chat quickly. Both the formulas you have to write, huh? Okay, anyway, this was just so that you have understood and you will know what the formulas are. Okay, so I'm showing you again the formulas here, and you should be able to basically, if you know this, how to make the Napier diagram, and if you know how to what those two formulas are, then you can easily okay, you are able to see the screen, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you see what those formulas mean. When we say, and out of this, what all is the known to us? We know this value of PV. Do we know the value of PV? Yes or no? Huh?
No, sir.
Yeah, we don't know. So this we don't know. All we know is that PA, this PA, because we know this is a starting latitude. So this is cool at 90-degree minus latitude. If we are in the northern latitude, so 90 minus PA will give you this. 90 minus latitude will give you the value of PA. So that means we know this side, and we also know this angle because we have calculated the initial course. So we know this. Okay. So basically we know these two, and now we have to find out all of this. Now how do we do it? So we have to just apply our mind, like which formula can be used here, where. So if we say, PV, sine of PV is equal to cos of this, both these parts. Okay, sine of middle part, that is sine of this PV, is equal to cos of this and cos of this, and that is what the formula is being used here. Sine of PV is equal to cos 90 minus A and cos of 90 minus PA. So if we calculate this using a calculator, you can get to the value of this PV. Okay. Now what else we need? We need also the angle P. We have to find out this, no? We have to know the D long. We have to know this angle so that we know the longitude of A, and if we know the D long, then we can know the longitude of V also, and that is how we will know the latitude of V and the longitude of V, the coordinates of this vertex. Okay. So now to find out this, what we can we can use any of these formulas. Then we can involve these three things. We can also calculate, like, sine of this is equal to tan of this. Sine of mid part is equal to tan of these parts. So that is what the formula we are using here. Sine of mid part, that is 90 minus PA, is equal to tan of adjacent part, that is tan of this 90 minus A, and tan of this. Okay, and that is the formula which is used here. Okay, so basically, just you have to make a Napier diagram, then see with what all values are known to you and what values need to calculate. All you have to calculate is, we need to calculate this PV, because obviously we need the latitude of V, and also we need this angle, so that we know the D long, and then accordingly we can calculate the longitude of V. Is that clear to everybody? Is it understood by everybody?
Yes, sir.
Anybody who was not understood, tell me now. Okay. So I'm just keeping this slide. We still have 10 minutes to go. Quickly tell me the values of this. Calculate this and let me know. What will be this value of PV, and what is the value of angle P? Just calculate it quickly. Then we'll go on to the next slide. The third year boys are also doing the same thing now. Great circle sailing, all this vortex problem. So if you learn it now itself, it is there in the syllabus. If you learn it now, you will find it quite easy in the third year. And it is actually very simple. It's a very simple thing. All we have to do is sine, cos, tan, and you are just straight fresh from the 12th standard, so all these things should be easy for you. Okay, so just quickly calculate, and then we'll see the answers. I want to see the answers before I finish this class. I want to see all of you answering this before the end of the class. So we still have about 8 minutes. 8 minutes is a lot, because only we have to do is just sine, cos, tan. As soon you're able to calculate, just put your answer. If you are able to get the latitude of vertex, just put, or even if you have calculated what is the value of PV, just let me know what is the value of PV. Sahil, I see you left. Why? What happened? Have you joined again? No. Mr. Deva Veda, Shamakrishna, Sayyid Amir, all these people, I want to see your answers now. Okay. I'm taking a picture and reporting this matter to the course in charges and the principal. Okay. If you are not able to solve, that means something seriously wrong. You should not be promoted to the next class. It is my recommendation. And it is on the record. It is going on the recording. I want an explanation why you're not doing this calculation and leaving the class. Yes, anybody is able to calculate? Shubham Kadam, 61 degrees and longitude is 136 east. I hope you have calculated it and not looked into the book, huh? Yeah, Shubham, reply me on the by unmuting your mic.
Yes, sir.
Did you really calculate, or you just looked at the answers?
Sir, I calculated. I don't have book, sir.
Okay, chalo, very good. If you are able to calculate, very good. The person who has calculated it. Okay. So, okay, I think almost. Anyway, just calculate the answer, and you can. The class is already over actually because you have to go for lunch. I will share the answer with you. I will just write down the answers and calculate the answers. Okay, just do the calculation, all of you, and then we'll see. Then we'll discuss in the next class. Okay, and we'll do some more problems. So just try it, or maybe I'll send you some 1 or 2 problems so that you can solve it. Okay, I will put those questions in your WhatsApp group to calculate. I will give you the answer for this problem and give you one more question so you can solve it, so that whenever we meet next for the next class, we'll discuss those. Okay, then. Thank you very much. Have a good day. And I'm stopping the recording.